A late afternoon sun sets slowly over the great house at Collinwood, and soon an evil game of life and death will be resumed. No one fears the approaching darkness more than a young man who lives in the small cottage on the estate, for he alone knows that with the coming of the full moon, he will experience a painful and hideous transformation from man to predatory animal.
Who is it?
It's Maggie Evans. Please open the door. I have something to tell you. It's about Amy. Chris, please open the door. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, where have you been? We've been trying to phone you.
Oh, I guess I fell asleep. I must not have heard the phone. What is that about Amy?
Well, Amy's not feeling well. She'd like to see you.
I can't come up to Collinwood now. I'm just getting ready to leave.
Chris, Amy fainted about an hour ago.
Fainted?
Yes. Now, could you please come up and see her just for a few minutes? Chris, what's the matter?
Nothing. You going back to Collinwood now?
What should I tell Amy?
I don't know.
You don't know? Chris, I've got to give her an answer.
All right, tell her yes.
You will be there.
Yes, I will. Just go on back, will you?
Chris, are you ill?
No, I tell you I'm fine. I just have to have a few minutes alone.
Did you find Chris?
Yes.
Is something wrong?
I don't know, Carolyn. I've never seen him in such a hostile mood.
Hostile?
Well, maybe rude would be a better word.
What did he say to you?
Very little. He seemed anxious to get rid of me.
He was behaving very strangely earlier today, too. I asked him what was wrong, but he wouldn't tell me.
At least he said that he would come to see Amy.
Well, that may not even be necessary now.
Why not?
Maggie, there's something very strange going on with those two children.
I don't understand.
Neither do I. But when they found out that you had gone to get Chris, they both got very upset.
Why?
I have no idea. I also think that Amy was not really sick.
Carolyn, she fainted in my arms.
And she certainly made a miraculous recovery because she's perfectly all right a few minutes ago.
You say that whole thing was just an act?
I don't know. I just think you should keep an eye on them. Maybe have a talk with them.
All right, I will.
When Chris gets here, would you tell him I'll be back as soon as I can?
Well, where are you going?
Out to the mausoleum.
Carolyn, it's going to be dark any minute.
I know. I had planned to go earlier today before the incident with the children.
Well, couldn't you wait until the morning?
I could, but I don't want to. Today is my mother's birthday. I'd just like to spend a few minutes with her.
Carolyn, would you mind if I asked you a personal question?
No.
Well, it's been 3 weeks since your mother...
Maggie, you can say it. Since my mother died.
But you don't really believe that she's dead, do you?
Why do you say that?
Well, because you've gone to the mausoleum almost every day. It's almost as if you were hoping that one day she would come to life.
That's true. At first I was convinced my mother wasn't dead. But now, I don't know.
It would be so much better for you if you were able to accept what's happened.
Maybe it would be better. But I still keep hoping.
What? Carolyn, it's not possible for someone to come back from the dead.
Mother said everyone would think she was dead. But she believed she wouldn't be. That she would only be in a catatonic state.
And you believe that?
I want to believe it. Be sure and give Chris my message.
You don't believe she's really dead, do you? It would be a lot better for you if you could accept it. It isn't possible for anyone to come back from the dead.
No! I must go on believing she'll be with us again. I must go on believing that.
I am alive, Carol. I try to speak, but I can't. I must find some way to tell you. You are in terrible danger.
Good night, Mother.
Why can't I make myself heard? Don't go, Carolyn. Please don't go. Stay here with me.
Carolyn. She's gone to visit the mausoleum. Well, why are you two children looking at each other like that?
Like what?
Never mind.
I wonder what's Dad's keeping Chris.
Hey, let's go outside and see if he's coming.
Neither one of you is going outside. We'll wait for Chris in the drawing room. Come along. And while we're waiting, I'd like to have you answer a few questions for me.
Questions?
Yes, and I'd like you to promise me that you'll tell me the complete truth.
Well, sure, Maggie. We don't have any reason to lie to you. Do we, Amy?
No, of course not.
Amy, did you really faint upstairs, or were you just pretending?
Why would she pretend?
David, I'm asking Amy. I don't want my question being answered with another question.
I wasn't pretending, Maggie. I really did faint.
I see. But you're feeling a lot better now, though.
Oh, yes.
Well, how do you account for that?
For what?
Well, the fact that you recovered so suddenly.
I don't know.
You know how girls are. They're always having dizzy spells.
David, you know that's an exaggeration.
Well, some girls have them all the time.
But not Amy.
Well, I wish I could explain it to you, Maggie, but I just can't.
All right, then suppose you answer another question for me. Why were both of you so upset when you found out that I had gone to the cottage to get Chris?
I wasn't upset. Were you upset, Amy?
Oh, no.
Well, Carolyn said you were.
Carolyn told you that.
Yes, she said that you were almost frightened when you found out that I had gone instead of her.
I wasn't frightened. I only looked surprised.
Well, why should that surprise you?
Well, Carolyn sort of likes Chris. And we thought that she'd want to go and get him.
Chris likes her, too. David saw them on the terrace night before last.
Keep quiet, Amy.
What's the matter with you? I didn't say anything wrong, did I, Maggie?
No, Amy.
What's the matter? Didn't you believe what we told you?
Yes, I believed you.
Then why are you frowning?
I don't know. I guess because there have been so many strange things happening lately.
What kind of things, Maggie?
Oh, like Mrs. Johnson's experience at the cottage.
You don't really believe that she saw some strange man there?
Yes, David, I think I do.
I think she was just imagining it. Mrs. Johnson's been always jumpy like that. Besides, there wasn't any strange man when we got there, was there?
No, but he could have gone out the back way.
But how come nobody's seen him since?
I don't know, David.
Well, I know. Because he doesn't exist.
You wait here for a moment. I'll be right back.
How are the children?
Fine.
Is Chris in there with them?
He hasn't arrived yet.
Hasn't arrived. It's only a 5-minute walk from the cottage to here.
I know.
I don't understand that at all. He promised you he'd be here. If he'd been delayed, the least he could have done was telephoned you.
Carolyn, I don't think the children should stay up any longer. I'm going to take them and get them ready for bed.
All right. You take them upstairs. I'll wait here for Chris.
No sign of him?
No.
Well, maybe he decided not to come.
He knew Amy wanted to see him.
Carolyn, I told you he was in a strange mood.
Maggie, that's no reason for disappointing that child.
She's not disappointed.
Well, Chris doesn't know that.
Well, maybe we should try calling him again.
You call him.
find some way to make you hear me, to warn you of a danger.
Nothing. What are you going to do?
Find Chris and give him a piece of my mind.
But you don't know where he is.
He's in the cottage. Where else could he be?
Well, if he was there, he would have answered the phone.
He didn't answer him when I telephoned him earlier. I'm getting a little fed up with these moods of his and his broken promises.
Well, maybe we should give him a few more minutes.
No, Maggie. I'm tired of waiting.
You shouldn't go walking through the woods alone.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'm not afraid of the dark.
Only I could move. Carolyn. Carolyn. There must be some way I can reach you. Some way to warn you.
David!
Where were you going, Amy?
Nowhere.
Don't lie to me.
What are you doing down here?
I came to meet you.
But how did you know?
I heard you leaving your room. You couldn't go by the front way because you would pass my room. So you went to the west wing. You came down the secret stairway. Didn't you?
Yes.
Tell me why, Amy.
I wanted to get something.
You mean you were going to warn Carolyn at the cottage?
No!
That's what you're going to do, isn't it?
I just don't want her to get hurt.
I told you she wouldn't get hurt. Didn't I?
Yes.
Well, then don't worry. Come on.
Where?
We're going back through the secret staircase and upstairs.
No, I want to stay here until Carolyn gets back.
We promised Maggie that we'd be good children and go straight to bed. We don't want to disappoint her, do we?
Chris! Chris, are you here? Chris!
I must find a way out. I must reach you, Carolyn. You're in terrible danger.
Chris, is that you? Chris?
Carolyn, you must hear me. You are in danger.